Hey everyone, welcome to Positron Plays Star Renegades. This is a strategy roguelite from Massive Damage and Raw Fury. They did provide me a code to check it out and play it for all of you. I believe it is $25 on Steam. It's also available on Game Pass, so if you have that, you can check it out as part of your subscription there. It'll be on consoles later this year. And I've played a little of it so far, maybe about an hour. We'll start a fresh game. Now this is a roguelite, so I don't know how this series will go. I don't know, like, if we'll see just maybe some sort of singular endpoint and then stop there, or we'll just play it for a while until the next thing comes along. And but yeah, I think it's super cool. I'm actually going to it does cover the backstory. Okay, so we will play the tutorial and get into this. Style wise, this game is exquisite. A little visual backstory of what's going on here. Things are a little rough in the galaxy right now. Over Norosh, a small force of mysterious raiders destroys the mighty Star Union Armada. Surviving starfighters attempt to regroup, pursued by the relentless enemy squadrons. Managed to miss all the buildings at least. So Davy and Syphix. Wait, answer me. Let me know you're alive. I'm fine, Dav. Those enemy fighters are good, really good. I'm lucky I managed to land in one piece. You get points for missing all those buildings. See, that's what I said. Zub crud. Got more of those fighters on my tail? Where are they all coming from? Land by a train to Fort Garrett if I can get to the base in time. You can get those anti-aircraft guns online. My thoughts exactly. It'll be a nice surprise for these fighters following me. Call me when I'm at the base, over and out. Alright, so we are Win Syphix. Not the best use of taxpayer credits. And this is kind of our overworld. You can explore around a bit. Oh sure, the government tells us some mysterious fleet just appears out of nowhere. Next thing you know, they'll pass some laws confiscating massive stockpiles of mega nuclear material, even though it's my right to own it. Thanks, citizen. Who'd have thought Norosh would ever be close to a fight like this? Right before tourist season also? I'll be ruined. Maybe not your primary concern, citizen. You know what? Sure, these raiders from another dimension destroyed our armada, but I think we should hear out what they plan to do post-occupation. Maybe they're into low taxes and grinding the poor into dust. That's some policy I could get behind. Maybe we'll send them to your house first. Thank you for your service, ma'am. But could you please summon someone to clear the smoking wreckage? We have children here. Alright, let's use the train. Picking up some strange signatures on the train. Something tells me they aren't commuters. Raiders have ground troops too then, huh? Alright. So, combat here takes place in kind of a typical turn-based RPG format with some significant twists. And this is going to run us through it. Take him out with the cleave. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of skip through these a little bit, but the basics are everything happens on a timeline. This is kind of similar to what we saw in Other Side if you watched that video. It says each round is 60 seconds, but there's not actually a time limit. That's just in terms of how things are broken down for each turn. And everything has shields, health, and sometimes armor. Shields regenerate. I don't believe armor and health do. You can heal them though. So we can use a cleave here. It's our only option because it's a tutorial. However, our enemy's gonna go first. And whoever goes first will always land a critical hit. It may be dumb, but I should probably hit him before he hits me. I'll recalibrate and crit him with a slash. Yeah, so if you hit first, you crit. If they hit first, they crit you. And it's per character basis. We can have up to 3 characters in combat. So as long as that character hits before they get hit, they will do the crit. Right, so we crit there, and then when you crit, there are always extra effects, either more damage or statuses and things like that. Got his attention, we'll smash him with a hue to break him and stall his attack. So, if you can manage to push an enemy with enough stagger to the end of the bar, and stagger is represented by that clock, it'll break them, which basically skips their turn. So you'll see here, this will push him all the way to the end of the bar, and it'll skip his turn. The combat is definitely UI intensive, and I think fairly complex at a base level, but it's really not overly complex. There's just a lot of different pieces to it. So we can finish them off. This is, you can see this here. It says we have a kill shot. Basically, that's telling you that you are going to kill him, and for the reward, we'll get a couple of credits. Now, there is a whole bunch of stuff. There's some overall progression. This is a roguelite, so you can die and start over, and we'll see how that manifests story-wise pretty soon. All right, I'm at the base. Just my thoughts. Been hit with some kind of EMP. Coast is teleported in. Union techs have been researching that for decades. How do these guys do it? Maybe more advanced than us, but at least we can take them out in a fight. See how I do against this next one. Remember your training, you'll be fine. Yeah, so there's some sort of permanent progression in the game as well. In between runs, we can upgrade things and get new perks and things. One of these Titan hands just sticking out of the ground. Alright, let's get into our next combat here. Bit of a beefier enemy. Firewolf. Alright, so we can try and cleave to start. He's pretty slow. However, you might have seen that pop up for a second. He's resistant to heavy attacks. Every attack has a damage type associated with it. And that burn attack hit our shields pretty hard. Maybe a lighter touch. Let's try Hue. Yeah. So, lots of enemies have strengths and weaknesses. So he is weak to light attacks, so this will hit him significantly harder. He'll do 50% additional damage. And we get him in a break state, and he's bleeding as well, or he might be burning. Slash him for another break. Now you're probably wondering, well, why wouldn't you just put enemies in a break state every single turn? Well, there's a limitation to that. I think that's going to talk about that right now. Yeah, his break limit is empty. I'll have to defend. Yeah, so enemies can only be broken so many times. You see that number to the right of their profile on the bar there. And once they are broken that many times, you can no longer... I believe you can no longer break them, and you can no longer stagger them. Sometimes you're better off just staggering rather than breaking. Crack his armor with the Sunder. Yeah, so armor is basically a persistent shield of sorts. It reduces damage by a flat amount on every attack, but we can break armor. Hurt him with the slash. Now I'm not sure if the break there that we got was because we removed his armor, or if it was part of the tutorial, or an additional, maybe he regenerates some of his break limit. Got a trail of fighters behind me. Little sis to the rescue. So Fort Garen. Saw a lot of action in the Flux Wars, but now it's mostly used for training. And we see we've got a lot of these anti-air guns around. Take a look around, but let's head to the objective here. It's terminal. Turn these things on. Guns are powered up. Leave these fires right to you like shooting zub-zubs in a barrel. Yeah, where did that ominous otherworldly ship come from? What a bad fit. And it has hacked the anti-air guns. Guess I botched the landing. He's fine. Gotta get you out of here. Can you walk? I'm fine. Just a little shaken. That was a close call. Someone else just teleported the Basilisk. Found what you're looking for, Mother. He's as pathetic as you'd said he'd be. Alright, so immediately get into another combat. This Basilisk unit. Your life, it is nothing. Kinda sounds like Dad. Not the time for jokes, when remember to find his weakness and exploit it again and again. Maybe I'm sounding like Dad now. Yeah, so we can also inspect units, which is nice. So if I hold this and I go over here, I can see their weaknesses and resistances and things like that. Get a little more data. It'd be pretty helpful. Alright, so we're kind of on our own now. And we can change who we pick first. And everything will always apply on the same timeline. Now, I don't believe you can undo an action once you choose it. But sometimes it's easier just to see, you know, turn order if you have others go first. Now, there are also instant actions. Some actions will apply in that left diamond of the bar. And it will occur instantly. So you can kind of use that to your advantage. Remember that combo attack we used to practice? What broke Dad's grasshopper window doing? Now's a good time to try it out again. So that's our Fury bar. Fury powers some special attacks like combos. Now we're gonna need a little more to do that. Could siphon some shield, but we don't really need to. Actually, I would like to break his armor. He did say he's weak to heavy, I believe. Alright, shields are down. His armor is lowered. May need to adjust some of the volume here down a little bit. Let's see. I feel like the sound effects are probably pretty loud. But you can give me some feedback on that. I don't want to lower it too much because I think the sound design is awesome. Alright, we still need more Fury for that. Actually not sure we're going to be able to get a chance to do it. I think we're just going to end up killing him. I mean, it certainly gets the job done. A mysterious figure, a temporary setback. Mother shall soon have her victory. Oh dear, who's this guy? Stay back, I'll take care of him. What he lacks in charisma, he makes up for hideousness. Mother only wants you, Dabby and Syphex. There's no interest in the female. No way you're doing this solo, Dab. We need to work together to defeat him. So we actually can do this Syphex slam immediately. And this is an example of an instant attack. So a lot of damage there. Big crit. But this guy is tough. He has significantly more health and shields than we do. It's taking far too long. The results are inevitable. Dab, get back. Yeah, so this guy, he's about to fire a 1300 damage attack. and he's got like 2,000 health and shields. So we're in a lot of trouble. Now we can potentially break him here. Actually, no, we can't. We can't push him back at all. He has no break limit. I think we're in a bit of trouble. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Poor Dav. Can't be happening. Mother, I've done what you asked. Bring me back. I cannot last much longer. He just retreats. Coward. Don't give up, Dav. I can't do this without you. Dav, come on, get up, please. Can't do it without you. So, the throne room. The throne room is where you can view details on the Imperium hierarchy and all the currently known leaders, behemoths, and adversaries. Kind of time brought here to witness events, deaths, promotions, introductions, etc. Adversaries are elite soldiers. So if you ever played Shadow of Mordor, this is very similar to the Nemesis system. So we can view these. So we have the Herald here. You can see him. He is pretty strong. He's level 10. We've got all sorts of things in these different planets. We got the Menku forces, Dagon forces, and the Norosh forces. That's all we can do there for now. But elsewhere... There, I found them. That's where the Imperium invaded next. They must have already started their attack. Only thing left to do is turn you on. Activate this droid. Beautiful. All systems go. Maybe this fight isn't over after all. Did a pretty good job making it look like a run-of-the-mill servo bot. Should come in handy. J5TIN or 1N. Probably call him Justin. Gotta go outside. Typically, little sections are broken up like this, and then you can traverse. And the reason for that is because usually you can't go back from where you've come. And there's branching paths and stuff, and it is really fiery outside. Yeah, these buildings usually aren't on fire. The attack just ended, but they'll be back to finish the job, so we have to hurry. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Pay attention, J5. You need to walk through this portal and deliver a very important message. Find Professor Zurich. You're the only other person I can trust. You might get a little testy, but that's just how geniuses are sometimes. Play the message I gave you. Can you do that? Take that as a yes. Countless lives depending on you doing that. We're trying to let that give you a big head, or sphere, I suppose. Go through the portal when you're ready. Don't worry about me. Your mission is the only thing that matters anymore. Alright, well, we'll head through. Let's hope this works. Made it. Good. Now it's here hoping he can... There you are. Well, what are you waiting for? You've got me, haven't you? Oh dear, she's in a lot of trouble. Looks familiar though, doesn't it? Back with Wynn here. Many of you told me what Davian meant to you. For that, I thank you. I only wish you were here to tell you so you could tell him directly. Thank you, Wynn. General Geddon. Moment of silence for our fallen warrior, please. Well, we'll go deliver our message here while they're having this somber occasion. Now on to the business at hand. Some of you have approached me wondering what the council plans to do with these raiders, the ones that destroyed the Armada and killed Cardinal Syphex. As a member of the Joint Chiefs, let me just say, we have a plan. We will rebuild the Armada stronger than ever. We'll send that vessel back to the hell it came from. Certainly hope so. Well, let's go deliver our message here. What did I say about not being Professor Zurich, huh? Give me whatever message you have. Interesting. In the middle of studying the most important unexplainable quantum phenomenon of my career, so whatever it is, I really hope it's reality shattering. Hello, Dr. Zurich. Okay, I guess that counts. Let's cut to the chase. I'm you and you're me. We're from different realities. I know this is highly confusing even to you. Sent this hyper-advanced servobot across the quantum divide to warn you your reality is under attack even as we speak. Does this have anything to do with the Q71 entanglement phenomena you detected over Norosh? Precisely. You've certainly altered the Star Union, or alerted the Star Union Council. They've dispatched the Armada to investigate. You'll learn very soon that the Armada has been destroyed by a starship of unimaginable power cloaked in the entanglement. The ship is from another reality. Its goal is to conquer your entire galaxy. I know because they've already conquered mine. I've got to warn them, it's far too late. But when the Council calls seeking your brilliant expertise on parallel realities, you'll need to have a plan ready. That's where I come in. Know these invaders' next move and how you can stop them. If you follow my lead, your world has a shot. But if you fail, promise me you'll just send Justin through the next reality they invade, because they will never stop. Here's the plan. So that's kind of how the roguelite atmosphere of it manifests, I believe. I believe every time we die, we basically send Justin through the next reality and try again. The first step is this: reach out to General Geddon and play him this message. You'll need to explain it to him. It'll help you form the kind of task force necessary to bring this invasion down. So from here we can pick a planet. Now for right now we've only got Menku available. It says a behemoth is present. Behemoths are basically, from my understanding, the bosses of each world. So we'll start uncovering these. Harjamai. It's losing an ally. Alright, we got our dropships coming in. That one didn't land so smoothly. Sorry about that. The engineers said the landing would be smoother. Gone through worse landings lately. As long as you and Justin survived, it's success in my book. Chub your companions. Yeah, a little trouble with those hatches. Alright, let's go get our companions out of there. So the Archon. Zerx Nurza joins our party. How was the trip? All praise Lord Batula for delivering us safely to the battlefield. Yeah, Titans be praised. I get it. Not gonna try to convert me again, are you? What else we got here? Ah, the Saboteur, Nodo Kalthoris. Locked and loaded and ready to roll around. Let's smoke these bogeys. What are you doing? Just talking like a space marine. Don't like it? I can switch to Nodo normal style. Yeah, why don't you do that? No problemo. Normal it is, boyo. Enough chit chat. Move out and take control of the Imperium base. Kill anything that slows you down. Don't get cocky though. One of their elite officers will be stationed at the base. You'll have to go through him. We'll be in contact to provide mission specs along the way. Lock and load, boyo. It's time to tag and bag some Imperium drones and I'll roll out. See, I told you that's how Space Marines talk. My spiritual teachings tell me that both paths are favored for our objective. Your wisdom clearly knows no bounds. Hey boss lady, just so you know, these fundamentalists aren't big on sarcasm. This is true. We preach a radical form of honest discourse, devoid of exaggeration or any form of subtlety. You do? No, that was my demonstration of sarcasm to you, idiot human. Alright, so we have our first mission here. But we'll do this next time. You'll see we actually have a couple of paths we can take. We can either go this way or we can go down. And we can look around the map a bit and see what each path would get us. But we will continue this next time. So for now, thanks for watching. If you get any feedback on audio levels and such, of course, always let me know. If you did like the video, click like, helps a bunch. Subscribe for more. I'll see you soon.